Henderson ran into his own man and gets bottled at the 21. We check in.
Who is creating lifelong leaders.
On first down, he hands it off to Daniel Highshaw, who came to Kansas with Jalen Daniels in 2020.
On the season, that is a lot of production to have to replace, but Dylan, they feel like, can step into those shoes and help out.
On third down, quick hitter. It's brought in, and that'll move the chains. Cam pick chance at bowl eligibility. Daniels finds a sliver. Slides across midfield for a first down. They mark him down where he began the slide at his own 49.
Yeah, this is inviting. I mean, there's nobody really in the middle of the field here. It's inviting for quarterback draw, which is exactly what
rushing yards against Kansas State last week. Little RPO, Pickett with room in the flat. Now some more room. Works his way inside the Utah 30.
He throws it inside, and Snowden's off to the races with it.
Meanwhile, Utah starts in the Wildcat. Wayshawn Parker heard the highway call, picks up 34, and you got a sense of what makes this Utah rushing attack one of the best in the country.
Yeah, they pull the big guy around. Moku has had a bunch of 100-yard games, 4 straight 100-yard games.
Parker down the sideline, rips off another big run. Give him about 14 on the play. They come at you in a number of different ways, and they have arguably the best offensive line in the country. Speed option, Parker again. Takes it all the way to the 9. Curtis, the true freshman, has made his last 7 kicks. Make it 8 in a row. Make it 3-0 Utah. A promising drive. And get to the Mayo dump, get to the Lane Kiffin news.
Yep.
Quarterback keeper. He is their 3rd string quarterback. Designed rush, gets the job done.
But a playmaker.
Daniels off the zone read. Cannot get the edge. The tackle made in space by Jonathan Halls in the right spot.
What, Jonathan Hall from an excellent high school football program. Katy High School.
Keep it on the ground. And that's LeSean Williams, who 2 years ago led Iowa in rushing. And it sets up a
coach him up.
Keep it on the ground again. And here on third down. And the call works. A pickup of 8 by Highshaw for a first down.
They are they're going to utilize every down, every snap today.
Pickett goes in motion. Williams gashing through that Utah defense for 9. If Kansas wins,
Nolan Gorsica is in.
LeSean Williams again. Rumbles inside the 30. Another first down, a gain of 13. Quarterbacks in the game now. Isaiah Marshall hands this one off. It's Henderson, the speedster.
This is an excellent drive for Kansas in response to that field goal that Utah had.
Highshaw bayonets for a first down. And what Kansas is doing on the ground to Utah, another toss. Highshaw can't get past Fano. And it's going to bring up third down.
Boy, just inviting on the outside to the left of Jalen Daniels is where he wants to go with the football. Safeties are inside right here. And you got nothing on the outside, no over-the-top help because
Ole Miss knows what's at stake.
Yeah.
This is a team very much in contention, still to get to the SEC championship. Marshall gets another carry, serpents around the corner, and gets out of bounds at about the 35.
Give me that and the rule changes.
Daniels keeps and trucks to the 44 for a gain of 3.
Kansas. Jason Bean playing as well as he was playing. They went back to Daniels because of his leadership skills.
Daniels out of bounds, takes a big hit.
Playbook with that 6th offensive lineman.
Highshaw Spears inside the 15 for a gain of about 8.
You see that with Utah, especially running the football and for pass protection.
Again, off a heavy set. This is Williams' feet
Nice
turning.
run.
1st and goal. Kansas have 8 touchdown catches this season.
That's Gruen in the slot.
And he's in motion. That was eye candy. Highshaw with the first touchdown of the game, fittingly on senior day. Finally putting it. Texas were to win, they might be back on the periphery of the playoff picture as Bentley, the tight end, makes the catch at the 30-yard line, tackled by Gibbs. Bert Ficklin is in at quarterback. That's Wayshawn Parker. He gets Ficklin, excuse me, was lined up in wide receiver with Dampier, the offensive coordinator for Utah, Jason Beck.
Yeah.
And he has revitalized an offense that really stagnated last year. Whittemore for a gain of about 9.
They were kind of challenged to learn a new system, and to a man, they have done that and executed well.
Parker ripped down in the backfield for a loss of 2.
A couple of pass breaks up around.
Utah empties it out. RPO. Buchanan wide open across the middle. J.J. Buchanan with a 58-yard touchdown.
It's in the secondary where guys are coming up. They're starting to look at who has the football in the backfield, and that allowed Buchanan to...
Everybody you talked to about Jaylen Daniels as Williams gets the call and picks up a first down. They all say the same thing.
And get him involved there with single moms or athletes from single mom families or single parent families, rather.
Pickett, shipwrecked. Benny in the backfield along with Teo Johnson.
That's an excellent play up the field.
It's a vertical threat on offense as well. They've got a few of those guys. Anderson motions. Daniels looks him off, sets up the screen to Pickett.
You got to get up the field.
And guess
right down the line of scrimmage.
Keep it on the ground on 3rd down and long. And they get a yard past the original line of scrimmage with Highshaw. You certainly want Alabama to lose, and it would obviously help if Miami lost as well. And then with BYU, it gets interesting because if it's about an at-large spot, yes, it helps that BYU would lose, but Wayshawn Parker coming off 4 straight 100-yard games in the backfield. Dampier is shoved out of bounds for a loss. Bengali Kamara.
He would not give an inch.
There is a flag on the far side of the field away from the play. Dampier toward the sideline. And they are going to talk it over. It is a catch. Larry Simmons. The give is to Bray. He's been an explosive player. 7 yards a pop. The touchdown goes wide to the left. Quarterback keeper. It's Dampier. And he's got a first down, tackled by the safety Lyric Rawls. Dampier's been playing through an ankle injury for about 2 months. They go to the outside. Bentley, the tight end, gets upended inside the 45, picks up a dozen. One of the best O-line coaches in the country. Quick throw. Buchanan bodies his defender and goes out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Ran over Saeed Gibbs.
Sundays, he develops talent up front like nobody's business.
This is Bray. And he's sandwiched. It's a must-win for the Utes if they're to have any chance of the postseason. Dampier fits one into his tight end, Bentley, and a first down for Utah.
To win a conference championship since 1998 for Texas A&M.
In a long time.
Long overdue.
That's the drive starter. Not much for Dampier. And rushing offense in the country. Come out throwing. Bentley, the tight end. Pulled down from behind by Kamara. Gain of 4.
3rd and about 5. Got to convert here if you're Utah.
Whittemore comes in motion. Dampier finds Whittemore and able to slip ahead for a first down.
With the quarterback.
So Dampier, the quarterback, in motion. Wildcat snap. It's Wayshawn Parker. Sheds a tackler, wipers past another, and picks up a first down inside the 40 of Kansas. 8 in white. Lander Barton lined up at tight end. Looked like an RPO, and Dampier went the wrong way.
Kansas roster.
Second down and long. There's Lander Barton. He's a captain. He's a linebacker. He's one of the heart and soul players. He's been putting up rushing numbers akin to what you see from service academies. Highshaw turbines across the 40 to the 42. Third and short. Hey, Andre, we were talking about it at halftime. There is Gorsica, 59 in motion. He's a tight end. Daniels will throw. Shot play. And it's hauled in by Henderson. They pick on Elijah Davis. We saw it against Kansas State. We saw Baylor do it. And that time Henderson gets the best of Davis.
Yeah, the last 2 games, as you mentioned, he has kind of been a target, Elijah Davis.
Another trip inside the 30. Daniels on the zone read. Keeps and sets up a first and goal.
And take advantage of a matchup on the outside.
Isaiah Marshall is in the game. He gets the direct snap. Following Cure ahead and in. Right behind the tight end, Leighton Cure, and it's ruled a touchdown.
Atta baby.
Daniels. Did he get the push? Ruled a touchdown. They may look at this too.
They have to. Gotta take a look at this one. Someone made contact while he was trying to dive over. They dove, and there was initial contact that held. That's it. Take a risk after a takeaway. Big men wearing number 0. I love that. There's a couple of other ones in there. Oh, nice run here.
Oh, hold on a second. Kansas ripped it away. And it's Jayhawk football.
Plus yardage territory and a big turnover, you go up top. But Lathan is in there. You see him, number 4, and he's fighting to get the ball out.
Let's bring in Jerry McGinn, our rules analyst. Jerry, what do you see?
So first of all, I was surprised at the on-field officials.
From here to the house.
Williams up the gut. It sets up a third down. It's really a marvel here, which should change the Kansas football program for the better. Nate Johnson, the jack of all, gets the call on first down, picks up.
Mike Vrabel go. Amazing.
Has not taken long as Highshaw gets the call on first down, picks up 4. And they need Texas Tech to lose and BYU and Arizona State to win this weekend. Henderson behind his man makes the catch.
They got Snowden that time, who had the interception in the first quarter, and it just kind of went over his head. And the defensive backs, that is a frustrating place. Most of the passing yards have come down along the sideline.
Underneath, Levi Wentz. Lots of room after the catch. The former Albany Great Dane picks up 22 in a bowl game. Williams on the fly sweep. Gorsica motions. Williams again. Running behind Gorsica on the left side for a Kansas first down. In the final 7 minutes, they scored the last 16 of the game in the last 7 minutes to beat K-State. Highshaw, what a run. Thunders. Legs churning. First and goal, Kansas. A gain of 14. It's another senior.
Boy, he has really matured according to this
violence. He gets it again. That time he's dropped for a loss. Cash Dillon.
That could change in a heartbeat.
That changes the math. 2 tight ends in the game. Daniels chased by Dillon. toward the end zone, ill-advised, and it's picked off. Jackson Benny with his 4th interception.
They did, and points that they're going to need because I don't think Utah's finished yet. And he had a receiver, a tight end, sitting right in front of him. He could have dumped the ball to. He chose to try to throw it out of the back of the end zone and didn't get enough on in this thing. And then all of a sudden he's going to throw it.
Here is Parker. Flips to the 40-yard line. Lyric rolls, catapulted. Big 3rd down. Parker in the flat, makes the first man miss. Dangerous in space. Parker inside the 30 of Kansas to the 28, a pickup of 32.
Boy, big lower body. It's tough to tackle him. Just arm tackle him because he's so strong on his.
Dampier takes a shot. Simmons, touchdown. Utah back on top.
I mean, quick. There's the change in tempo, and caught Kansas maybe sleeping a little bit. He gets behind, putting Utah back in front.
Kansas rips off the Band-Aid for a baker's dozen with Highshaw. Highshaw on the sweep. And he lowers the boom. Him and Jonathan Hall with a collision. A pickup of 7.
They're at 10. That recipe, everything except the passing is worked out.
LaShawn Williams into the secondary and took Teo Johnson for a ride.
And add another big play in the running game to that total for Kansas, making it 11 explosive plays for this Jayhawk offense.
2 tight ends to the right. They keep it on the ground. It's Williams on the Iowa transfer inside the 20. This has now been the challenge part. In the past 7 games, they've been outscored 56-7 in the 4th quarter. Highshaw breaks free. Benny brings him down. LaShawn Williams in the game. Daniels, quick throw, picked off. Pickett wasn't looking. Elijah Davis across midfield. He's got blockers. Davis cuts it across the length of the field for a pick 6. His 2nd pick 6 of the year.
And he's got the flat route. They bring him in motion, and they're going there right away. You see the 2 outside guys coming
on the ground on 1st down inside the Kansas 10 for a gain of 4.
Season for Kansas, averaged less than 4 points per game in the 4th quarter.
Now the wheels have fallen off late. Highshaw north of 100 yards. Daniels 8 for 23 picks. Finds Pickett. He's run out of bounds. He's going to be short by about.
If you're Kansas, so that's why I'm saying they got to bust out of just running it and start to throw it a little bit.
Utah brings the house. Henderson makes the catch in stride. 1st down Kansas. He beat Blake Cotton. That's the speed.
Only thing there I'd like to see is Henderson really fight harder to stay in bounds. He just kind of gave.
Down the seam, caught by Cure for a touchdown.
What a shot, 5.5 left. 3 timeouts and down.
They call it the Wasatch Front after the mountain range. Dampier has a lead blocker who paves the way, and Dampier picks up a first, not to make it 5.
Love it.
Dampier gets the edge. Parker block, and Dampier stays in bounds, picks up a first down.
What a block.
Parker comes in motion. Dampier looks to throw. He's got a man wide open. Caught by Simmons. Touchdown. Utah went for the haymaker.
Oh, wow. And it was the play fake. Dampier sold it as if he was going to pull it down and run. The secondary. A lot of football left to be played, and you know it's going to come down to a lot. I still think their best chance, because of so much chaos, has to happen.